Okay, good evening to one and all present over here. And first of all, a very big good evening to my guru, Matthew sir, for giving me this opportunity on All India Educators Forum to take a webinar on a very close topic, which is very, very close to my heart. Thank you, Matthew sir, for being there with me today and motivating me. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. All the best.
Thank you. Thank you. And let me introduce myself. My name is Smitha R Athreya. I'm a computer science and artificial intelligence teacher at Delhi Public School, Rourkela. Also, I'm the global master trainer for All India Educators Forum. I'm a Google certified trainer. And today's topic of discussion in my webinar will be digital wellness for all, the need of the hour. So before wasting much time about what is this and what we are going to do and everything, let me take you to the objectives of this session. So first, at the beginning, before we go directly into digital wellness, I thought, why not tell or understand the first topic, that is, what is wellness, which are the different types of wellness that we know, and I'll give you introduction of digital wellness and how I came up with this particular topic. Just a minute, teachers are waiting in the waiting room. I'll admit them. Okay, fine. And which are the ways and means to achieve digital wellness, and what is the need for wellness at this point of high-end technological developments. That's why I have written the need of the hour. So what is this need of the hour? Why is it important? So slowly, as we unfold this session, we'll try to understand one by one all the topics in detail. Now, moving ahead. First question that comes to my mind when somebody talks about wellness or digital wellness, then first let us try to understand what is this wellness over here. So wellness means many things for many people, like unconditional self-love, listening to my body or the energy, or love, or being with friends, or soundness of mind, body, and spirit. But according to the dictionary meaning, what exactly is wellness? We'll try to understand that. So according to the dictionary meaning, it says that the quality or state of being healthy in body and mind, especially as a result of deliberate effort. So this is a simple meaning that the dictionary has given. So let me just mute the participants and admit everybody. So the state of being healthy in body and mind, that simple meaning is nothing but the wellness that we already know. So which are the different types of wellness that we know, and what is the other definition that we give, that we can give for wellness? So state of well-being in which all the components of health, like physical or mental, emotional, social, intellectual, spiritual, all these well-being are in a balance, then only we call it as perfect wellness. From the beginning of our life, from small children to anybody, we talk about balance. We talk about balanced diet, we talk about balanced life and everything. So here, when we are talking about balance in wellness, then we should have balance in all these components which are given in this graph, like mental wellness, intellectual wellness, physical wellness, social wellness, and spiritual wellness. So what is the meaning of well-being then? So there is a slight different meaning over here. Almost it is the same thing, but it takes us to the same concept, like how it is strongly linked to a person's happiness. So when are we happy? When we maintain a perfect balance in our life. So that is a play time when we are happy. And it is how we feel about ourselves and our life as a whole. That is the meaning of well-being. We always wish people for their well-being. That means a person should be happy in their physical, emotional, mental, and social health factors. So that component, combining everything which is strongly linked to a person's happiness, is called as well-being. So keeping this concept in our mind, now let us try to understand which are the different types of wellness, and we'll try to understand each one of them. When I talk about occupational wellness, that means how happy or sad I'm in my profession. Intellectual wellness depends on the kind of knowledge that we have gained over a period of time. If we are sound in our knowledge that we gain, especially by reading books, we get a lot of knowledge over here. That is the intellectual wellness or the well-being that we are talking about. Environmental wellness also, it comes to our body and mind. If we are staying in a very good place, especially greenery place. So that's why they tell that you have to go to to unwind yourself. You have to go to a place where it is full of plants and greenery and flowers and beautiful butterflies and everything. So if you're saying that stay in that kind of environment, you have the environmental well-being. Then financial well-being is one of the most important thing, because without which we cannot meet our basic needs like roti, kapda, and makan. So that is also there. If you have the financial stability, then I can say that I have the financial well-being. Social well-being, how well we are with our surrounding neighbors, with our family, with our friends, with our people who are working with us. So societal or social well-being is also one of the most important things. And physical well-being, as I already have mentioned to you, the physical characteristics that we have, the kind of body that we have, good health that we maintain, comes under the category of physical well-being. Spiritual well-being is also a very important thing, which we Indians maintain a lot by doing our daily routines of puja or prarthana or meditation or yoga or praying to some big energy. We maintain to have that spiritual well-being also. And finally, among all this well-being, by doing or having a perfect balance in this well-being, we get that emotional well-being also. That is the state of mind that we are and the kind of balance factor that we have in our mind. I obviously know that all of you know that there is a way of happiness. Happiness can be found in simple things also. So if we try to analyze this one, then the perfect balance can be maintained, and we try to do that so that we have a proper wellness and our well-being is also maintained over here. Now, for these well-being, for the different kinds of well-being that I have discussed, what are the things that we normally do? For physical well-being, we make sure that we eat right food, we avoid junk food, we exercise, and we take care of our sleep and everything. For a mental well-being, we talk about mindfulness, we talk about self-talk, or sharing our emotions with our family and friends, or taking therapy also. For our emotional well-being, the one thing that I have felt very important is having a gratitude towards people who have helped you a lot. And we have triggers and we write journals and everything. And for a spiritual well-being, what we do is we meditate, we work with the nature, we have some hobbies related to gardening or something like that, and we do yoga also. For intellectual well-being, we read, we learn, and we have hobbies like singing, music, painting, or dance, or any such thing. Environment well-being, we maintain a clean environment in our surroundings or in our community, a safe community, and we decorate so that we have the perfect balance that in our life. And for social boundaries, a social well-being, we set our boundaries and we establish the connection among our people. And for financial well-being, we work, we earn money, we do some kind of budgeting, we have our expenditures, we have our savings so that we can lead a happy and healthy life in future. Now, of all the well-beings that I've discussed over here, we are familiar with these things. I know all of you know about it. But the one thing that is missing over here, that is nothing but your digital wellness. So this particular well-being is a new concept that has cropped up. Initially, it was not there. Why it was not there? We all know about it. What is the reason why it was not there? It was not there because so much of technological advancements or technological interventions were not there in our life. And now, over the past 10 years, it has become very, very prevalent. And over the past 3 years, I can say 2020 March, the interference of technology in our lives has jumped exponentially. We can understand because of the pandemic situation. So there, at that point of time, people understood that yes, somewhere we have to take care of our digital wellness. So now, what is this digital wellness and from where did this concept come? Now, there is a concept called as digital citizenship, where we say that since we are all members of the digital world, whether directly or indirectly, we are part of this digital world. We are into this online world. So in this digital citizen concept, or there are 9 components. One is there are 3 main components and there are 9 main components within that. One is respect, the other one is educate, and the other one is protect. Under respect, we have digital etiquette, digital access, and digital law. This is a complete different concept. I'm not going to go in detail about it. You might have read or understood about these topics previously. If you want any information, I can give it to you. But now we'll concentrate on the topic that we are discussing now. Under educate, we have digital communication, digital literacy, and digital commerce. And under protection, we have digital rights and responsibilities, digital safety and security, digital health and wellness. So here, under this digital health and wellness, you can see that the physical and psychological well-being in a digital technological world has occupied a very important place in the digital citizenship concept. So that is why out of these 9 components, the one which I felt is very much in need of the R is your digital health and wellness. What is it? We have understood, and now we are going to define it, and we'll see how it has become a very important component in our lives. Now, moving ahead, I have the proper definition for digital wellness or well-being now. So digital wellness, which is also called as well-being, refers to creating a balance between the online and the offline world. So that is the most important definition which all of us should try to understand. We have to create a balance between our online presence as well as offline presence. And this balance enables people to lead a happy and a healthy life. So we already know that well-being means what? We have a balanced life, which is going to make us more happy. We take care of so many components around us. And also this balance in the digital well-being also helps us to maintain a balance. Now, which are some of the important aspects of digital wellness? Let us try to understand now. The first most important concept is controlled use of technology and improved mental and physical health and healthy personal relationships. So since we are talking both of online and offline world, maintaining personal relationships in the online world is very, very important. And that too, we should maintain healthy personal relationship. And we should know that we have to have a controlled use of technology. If we don't have control in our own hand, then it becomes very difficult. We jump beyond that and we have different problems. And what are those issues? Let us try to discuss now. So here, again, one more definition states that digital wellness refers to an intentional state of physical, mental, and social health that occurs with mindful engagement in the digital as well as the natural world. Now, here there is a term called as mindful engagement. The word mindful engagement comes in order to tell you that we are in control of our body, mind, and soul. Similarly, we have to be in control of our online presence also. If we mindfully do it, then we'll maintain a perfect balance in all the activities that we do online world as well as in the natural environment that we are living. So this is one more aspect of digital wellness. So now the important point that I wanted to touch in this digital wellness is the second point. That's why I put an arrow over here. So in the digital age that we are living in, we cannot run away from the presence of online, of our presence in the online. Can we do that? It is not possible at all. There are many benefits, as we can see, especially during the pandemic time, we saw that the education, the commerce, the shopping part, the consultancy with the doctors, everything happened online. So more and more time we had to spend online. That was the need of the hour. Along with these things, what other things happened? There are certain negativities also associated with that. One is stunted imagination. This is a very strong word, which means that we are losing our creativity or imagination, because the moment we have observed in our schools also, the moment you tell the children to do something in the class, they say, ma'am, wait, we'll check the internet and tell you. You give a project, you give an assignment to do, you give tell them to write an essay or elocution, they'll quickly go and check the internet and get some ideas from there and they start writing. So it has reduced our imagination. Along with the benefits are innumerable benefits that we have got. But along with that, we have certain negativities. That is your stunted imagination, shorter attention spans. So we have very little patience to see and the long videos or long speeches. We quickly try to increase the speed of the video, or we are very much accustomed to short reels or quick videos. And failure to connect with people. Since we are always online, we do not know how to socially interact with people. So this has led to what? It has led to poor self-image. You all might have observed that after the 1.5 years pandemic, when students started slowly coming to school, they did not know how to sit or how to talk, and suddenly it was all chaos for them. The normal routines that they used to do became a big challenge for the teachers in the classroom to make sure that they are interacting properly with their classmates, their body language is all right, everything. And this has also created poor sleep because unknowingly or unknowingly we are into our mobile phones and we are seeing it continuously. So our sleep pattern is disturbed and it has led to anxiety also. The social networking site is one of the most important causes for anxiety. So we'll discuss about that also. So digital wellness is very important because of some negativities that has come because of too much of intervention of digital technology in our lives. So what are these problems? Now these problems are not only related to children or younger generation, it is resulted for problems for the adults also. People like us also, people in the age group of 30 to 50 or 60 also, people are facing these kind of issues. So what are the issues? The number one is your internet addiction. And what type of addiction? You have cyber relationship addiction, cyber sexual addiction is there, net compulsion, something forces you to go to the net and you start doing it. You have some what to say, clickbaits, wherein you get attracted to the towards that and you start seeing that particular sites. You have net compulsions and information overload is there. We do not know, it's an ocean of information. We do not know which is the correct one, which is the wrong one, which is a fake news. Most of the things that are coming up in Google notifications in our smartphones are fake. So this is internet addiction. When I talk about online safety, that is also one of the critical things that we are facing now. We are having the threat of identity theft, and we should not give our important information to other people. And it has resulted in poor ergonomics. Ergonomics stands for the poor sitting posture while working with computers or using our mobile phones or tablets. So for this, we are having shoulder pain, we have head pain or neck pain, and even while typing, we have our fingers aching. So these are some of the problems that are occurred because of too much presence in the online world. And other problems that are creeping up is hearing loss, because we are normally into our earphones, then back problems because of the sitting posture. Vision loss is also occurring. So recently newspapers, I have read that ophthalmologists across India have quoted that there is a sudden jump in students wearing glasses. Every second day, they have around 20 to 25 children visiting doctors that they are not able to see the classroom boards. Even in my school, especially in the age group of class 7, 8, and 9, I have seen that many children are facing this particular problem. Obesity is one of the problem because constantly we are sitting and we are watching the laptops or mobile phones. There is some background noise. Let me just mute everybody. Okay. So, okay. And there is addiction also. Addiction part, which I've already discussed. And these images are clear indication that it is very, very important to take care of our online presence. And among children, the warning signs of internet addiction, we have found out that they are in denial or lying about the time spent on computer. The moment you go to sleep, your children are all alone in their rooms with their smartphones, tablets, and laptops. You do not know what they're doing. How much patrolling or policing we can do? Hardly till maximum 11 o'clock. After that, you go to sleep because you have to go to office or work next day. But children are there online every day. More number of hours they're spending. Their grades are slipping. There is a loss of appetite, irritability during time without computer, and decline in interest with friends or hobbies. So these are the observations that people have observed because of too much of internet addiction. And this is a newspaper article which I took, which also talks about impact of excess screen time. So what is screen time? The amount of time that you spend in front of your laptop or mobiles or tabs, that is called as screen time. And it has found that these are the problems that occur over here, especially delayed speech, because they're not talking with anybody. They're only listening. And there is hyperactivity, aggression is coming up, violence, desire for instant gratification. You quickly want to become famous. You watch YouTubers, you watch Instagram reels, you watch TikTokers, and you want to become famous like that. Fear of missing out, that is FOMO, that is also occurring. If you don't see the status or if you don't see the notifications, something you're missing out. All these problems, the other things that have been mentioned, are the main cause of concern. This, I think, it is main in students, but I have seen even adults facing these kind of problems. Even we are facing this FOMO issue. we are facing some kind of anxiety or some kind of depression or some kind of uneasiness when we are not there online. These things are occurring to us also because we do not know what to do. There is a certain kind of imbalance. Now, why the next question comes? Research. What does the research say? Research says that social media has been described as more addictive than cigarettes and alcohol. This is an astonishing research that has been made. And so what it does to your mood, because you get so much addicted to this social networking sites and other things that you get addicted more than cigarettes and alcohol. And while using social networks, it helps many people feel more connected. This is the advantage, but many more are other experiencing other kind of issues like anxiety and depression. On the other hand, as I've written over here, other experience are the envy and may have greater struggles with depression, low self-worth, and other mental challenges. So these are the kind of negative effects that we are seeing because of too much of online presence. So few more research points I have taken over here. That research says that there is a disorder or anxiety problems among students. Then the next problem is increasing amounts of Facebook use among first year college students have been associated with higher levels of loneliness. So if you see many of your friends having more friends than you feel lonely about it because you don't have anybody to connect and talk with. And the other issues are with 90% college students comparing themselves with the peers. The moment they wake up, the moment they get out of the bed, they're always in the bad mood. They have this self-low worth. They do not have the proper self-confidence or the self-esteem to move ahead. So these are the research data that I have taken, which indicates that out of the survey done among many people, 1,500 young adults on the impact of social media is on anxiety, depression, self-identity, and body image. And among this, all the social sites that we have, YouTube was found to be the most positive impact because we see educational videos or good videos over there. But Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter have demonstrated negative effects overall on young people's mental health. So this is what the research says. Now, I personally did a survey among my school colleagues and students, and this is a report that I have got. I have done a report survey today only. And after spending many hours online, I gave this question: do you feel that you have wasted a lot of time? Out of the 33 responses that children have given, 97% students are telling yes, they do feel that they have wasted a lot of time, but they do not know what to do. The second question I put among my friends and colleagues is, if your friend or relative has posted a good picture of them, do you wish that you can also enjoy like them? And here also you can see that almost 55.9% people have admitted yes, always, sometimes, and always, and depends on my mood, never. So this sometimes means what? It is truly affecting you. People are getting affected by the photos or the happy moments that the, other people have shared. Okay, always it is quite less because sometimes depending on our mood, if our mood is happy, we don't care what others are doing. But if we are low on that day, yes, it does matter. It takes a lot of energy from our body and mind. And you can see here around 59.9% sometimes they feel that, yes, how I wish I could also have enjoyed. The next question is, we always take a resolution that, okay, today I have spent 3 hours. From tomorrow, I'm not going to do much. And most of the responses have written that, yes, they take a resolution, but next day they end up spending the same amount of time. So here you can see 78.8% people have responded that, yes, they do take resolutions, but next day the resolution is broken. The next question I have written over here is, do you feel that social media has got a lot of impact on you? Yes. They say that yes, 60.6% of people, yes, it is affecting them. And the next one, the question that I put is, how many hours in a day are you spending the time online? Many people wrote 1.1 to 2 hours, 60.6. Next it is 24.2% people have written 2 to 3 hours. More than 5 hours, only 9%, 9.1% have written. Rest is 4 to 5 hours. So I do not know how many of them have correctly written, knowingly or unknowingly, whether they have written, but still 1 to 2 hours everyone are spending online, other than their studies and other than their normal work. Because during work time also we are online, but other than that we are spending 1 to 2 hours daily online. So now, what is the answer for all these things? What to do now? We are already into this digital world. We are digital citizens. We know these are the harmful effects. So what we have to do is we have to find a perfect balance in this digital world. So maintaining our online and offline time in the balanced way is the need of the hour. That is the most important thing. So that's why from all those concepts, starting with what is wellness, different types of wellness, what we are doing for that, and the one which was missing out was digital wellness. We understood the entire concept. Now we have come to a stage, seeing the outside research and the research done by me, we have found out that the need of the hour is we have to find a balance in this digital world. So what is the need of the hour? How to maintain the perfect balance in both online and offline world? According to me, we have 10 more minutes time. If this meeting winds up, we are going to join back with the same ID and password. Okay. So how to find this perfect balance in both online and offline world? So these are some of the things that I thought would be appropriate at this point of time. The first thing that you have to do, according to me, according to my own personal journey, I'm sharing that, set up a timetable for the entire day for both your personal work as well as professional work. You have time for self-care, family time, physical activities, family and friends, then work-related tasks, shopping, hobby time, house chores, and everything. Similar job schedule or similar timetable schedule can be given for the students also. They will not have to be bothered about house chores and everything. So there will be more study time, physical activity time, their homework time, and hobbies time. So first thing is you can set up a timetable for the entire day. Now, what you can do to create a timetable for yourself, you can again use a tool which is very, very helpful. That is your Google Keep. So if you're not technologically savvy, if you're not comfortable using this Google Keep, what you can do is you can just note down in a sheet of paper in the morning or one day previously, and then you can write down all these things. The way I have written, I have made a checklist over here. 6 to 6:30 morning walk, 6:30 to 8 cooking time, house chores and puja, walk, work, relaxing with music or family, dinner preparation, TV, online time or entertainment, self-time, hobby, learning, office work. So this is the first step in order to create that balance. Somewhere you have to start creating the digital online balance. So this is the first type, and the best tool that according to me is you can use Google Keep, or you can just make a note in your diary or in a sheet of paper. Now, this is one more list where you're writing about the shopping list that you have to do, what are the tasks that is left out, Thanksgiving dinner, and everything has been mentioned over here. Let me just move the participants. Okay. So now after preparing this list, you know what you are supposed to do for the whole day. Next thing, what you have to do in the night before going to sleep. There is some background noise. Okay, now the background noise is gone. So at the end of the day, what you can do is you can see whether your goals are met. If the goals are met, then you continue with the same routine. Otherwise, review back. Suppose you had decided according to my timetable, I have just made a dummy one. Here you can see. I will show you the timetable that I have made. Now here, online time, I have written 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock. So if this time I'm exceeding that, maybe I'm going till 9:30, 9:45. Next day, again, make sure that you make the same time and you manage it. If the timing is maintained, it's well and good. You know what to do and what not to do. So it's okay. If you're exceeding that, it is going beyond 1 hour, it is going 1.5 hours, 2 hours, then again review back and change the timing settings so that your goals are met. So you have to do slowly. The process or journey is slow, but you can always try. And next step, what you can do is you can use app settings to have the monitoring of the app usage. I think most of you would be knowing about it. Nowadays, most of the smartphones or tablets, they come with the settings in your mobiles for screen time usage. That itself will show how much of time you have spent in a particular app. In Instagram, have spent 45 minutes. Facebook, 1 hour. Then your Snapchat, 1.5 hours. It gives you an entire analysis. It gives you the analysis form, in the graphical form, seeing that itself will be shocked. Oh my God, I'm spending so much of time. I can curtail that. So these are the some of the things that you can do. Few more things I have discussed over here. Now, what is screen time and what are the other things that you can do? So according to Wikipedia, screen time is the amount of time spent using a device with the screen such as smartphone or video game or anything. And what is the healthy amount of time, screen time for adults? They say that it is 2 hours per day. Other than your work, they say that other than your work, it is 2 hours per day. But it depends on your personal experience. If you feel sad spending 2 hours per day, then reduce it to 1 hour, maybe 45 minutes, something like that. You can reduce it and you can adjust the timing. Any time beyond that would typically spend on screen should be spent on participating in physical activity. If it is going beyond that, if you're feeling unhappy spending too much of screen time, reduce it according to the timetable that you have made. And then what you can do is you can convert those time into a physical activity time. Maybe have a walk or do some gardening work or painting or listening to music, singing. All those things can be done. And as I told you, in the phone settings, we can select screen time option to control the amount of time spent on each tab. Every phone has got this facility. If you go to settings, if you go to app settings, the customization part, every mobile has got its own steps and ways and to control or to go to screen time. So depending on your mobile, if you Google it, the Google will give you like which mobile phone, which option you have to go. Like main is settings only. Under that, under which sub options you have to go in order to track your screen time. That is the help that you can get. And in this, we can easily track our habits to maintain a balance. So now some more tips I found out. What is the other tip? Also, make it a point not to frequently post any picture or post. हम लोग का habit क्या है? Every day morning we take a pitch and we send it in a status or Facebook or Instagram, everything. And we wait for the comments. We wait who has liked it, who has written which comment. So the more you post, the more again you'll be going to the social networking sites to see who has liked, how many comments have come, who has written, who has not written. So best thing is to avoid what? To avoid posting frequently. Again, have a balance. Okay, weekly once, maybe on a Sunday or a Saturday, when I've finished my weekly work, I'll post something or I'll write something or I'll send a pic of my weekly activities in my social networking site. So in that, what will happen? If you restrict that, then only during Saturday, Sunday time, you'll know who liked your message and who has commented everything. If you do from Monday to Saturday, then every day you have to go. This is one of the way. Now, if self-control is not possible, then we have to go to the old school method that if somebody, you will tell somebody in your family member or a friend to say aloud to you that you maintain a balance. So it's very important that we know that as teachers, we normally tell our children, okay, don't do this one, stop doing this one. So why not we have somebody to control us? That is, why not we tell our family members to say, okay, mama, you are spending too much of time in internet, please stop. Tell your children, tell your husband or father, mother, whoever is there to tell you to stop. Okay, after 1 hour, please remind me that I should stop. So this is the old school method, but I feel due to my personal experience, this has really worked for me. Instead of having that screen settings, I'm not very comfortable with that. So I found out that if I tell somebody that they have to remind me that after 1 hour or 45 minutes, I have to stop watching the social networking site. So that has helped me. You can also try. So these are some of the ways and means in which we can make sure that our online as well as offline balance is maintained. So for every problem, there is a solution. It does not say that there is not a solution, but all the solution to make it happen, it is obviously there in our hand. Whether we like it or we dislike it, we have to be in the online world, or we have to be digital citizens now. And we have to be socially connected with all our family and friends using social networking sites, or maybe Instagram or TikTok or Twitter, whatever it is. But to control ourselves, that should come from within, because we have seen that there are so many negative impacts of that. Abhi pata nahi chalega, but over a period of time, we'll have shoulder pain, neck pain, irritability in our eyes, and we have some kind of depression, anxiety, some different kind of moods that we get, which is going to affect our day-to-day activities. Maybe because my friend has posted something today saying that I may get irritated with my family members. That also happens. Few of you can share your personal experience that yes, it does happen. With me, yes, obviously it has happened. It is my personal journey that I've done. So I feel that, okay, sometimes if somebody posts, I wish even I could have done something like that. So these are kind of things that normally happens to us. So we can always take care of that. So moving to the next slide, we have, here is a detailed guide to help you maintain a digital wellness. So I've found out from an organization called as Scripps. It's a very famous organization. So that organization has given us some screen time tips for adults. The same thing can be applied to our students also. I think the meeting is going to end now. We'll again rejoin back quickly. Okay, just stopping the share now. And I'll just end the meeting so that we'll all come back and join. Okay. I'll just end the meeting now. We'll come back. Okay, let it get automatically over this 1 minute time. I hope all of you are having a good time with me, understanding this concept of a digital citizenship. Okay. Thank you, Jancy ma'am.
Absolutely, ma'am. Absolutely.
Yeah. We'll come back. I think meeting is going to